Hey everybody, it's Candy, aka Brown Eyed Girl 69. How y'all doing today? Well, today's January 5th of 2026. I went to work yesterday, and I had to be there at 2:30 and work till 10:30. Well, I don't know exactly what time it was, but I might have been there 2 or 3 hours, and I started noticing that I had this swelling up on the side of my face here and right up along my cheek line or my jawline. And on this side, there's no swelling at all. This whole gland that's right there in front of your ear that is like a saliva gland is completely flat over here. Over here, it was more swollen yesterday. It was definitely more swollen yesterday. And I've never had mumps, but that's the first thing that I thought of when I felt the swelling and seen it. I immediately thought of mumps because I've never had the mumps and I've never been vaccinated for the mumps. But then I started, doing some questioning on Google and asking questions to get some answers about what could cause the swelling. And mumps was one of them. That's a virus that can cause the saliva glands to get blocked. Also, if I have an ear infection of some sort, that could cause it. I think mono was another sickness that was mentioned. I haven't gone to the doctor because of the fact that when I came home last night, I was feeling pretty bad around 5:30. Around 7:30 is when I felt the worst. And then I started feeling better. I went into the bathroom and put some hot water on my face and ran it down the sides. And then after that, it was like the swelling went down. I came home and I put a hot compress on there as well. And it's not as swelled as it was. And I don't feel bad. I slept a lot. I went to sleep last night probably about 2:30 and I didn't get up until about noon today. And it's almost 1 o'clock now, so I haven't even been awake an hour yet. But I thought I'd come on and let y'all know that there's crap in the air, I guess. I don't know what could have caused this. Unless somebody recently had an MMR vaccination, and if that thing is made with a live virus, then live virus vaccinations shed for a number of days after giving the vaccination. So, who knows? It could have been that. I don't know. But all I know is I'm going to keep an eye on it, and if it swells back up, or if my other side starts swelling, then I'm going to have to go to the doctor and get tested. And I heard the test only consists of them taking a swab on the inside of your cheek. And then test it and see if it has the virus that causes the mumps. Or whatever it could be. I don't know. I know it's not the mumps. If it was the mumps, I'd be feeling a lot worse. And my face would be a hell of a lot more swollen than this. But that's how I felt it was last night. Because this part of my cheek was pretty fat right back here. And this right here was pretty fat. You could look at me straight on and see that this was normal and that this was inflamed. And you can still kind of see it, that it's inflamed a little when you look at me straight on. Anyway, that's what's going on with me. So I'm going to try not to... I didn't really want to go to the doctor because I know in some places they test you for like COVID and things of that nature. And I don't need nothing jammed up my nose to test me. And I've never been tested for COVID. I didn't mask up when I had it or when it was going on. I didn't social distance, and I did not lock myself inside. But I will not allow them to stick a stick up my nose just to see if I've got COVID. If you can find other sicknesses without having to jam a stick up somebody else's nose or jam a stick up somebody's nose, then you can test to find out if somebody has COVID without having to jam something up their nose. That was all to do what they've done, you know. It was all due to injure people intently. And I was not going to go and volunteer to be injured intently. So I think that's one reason why I chose not to go up to the ER, urgent care today. Because like I said, when I woke up, it's almost gone compared to what it was yesterday. There's a little tenderness right along the jawline right there where I'm touching. But nothing major, you know. It was more sore yesterday, last night. Well, if it continues, I'm off work tomorrow. And I'm off Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I looked into DoorDashing, and after I read through everything, then I'll probably go ahead and sign up, depending. If I don't find anything wrong with their policies or the things that they want me to agree to. And I'm definitely saving all those policies, too. I mean, my daughter does it. It's like no big deal, you know. I mean, there's a lot of people in my town that DoorDash, so probably going to sign up for that. See how that works out for me on my days off, and just see if I can DoorDash. Basically, turn on my app as soon as I wake up, and then be ready to go out the door. Because if I get a order, then I've got to be ready to rock and roll, you know. And see how that goes. Because if I can do that, I'm going to be off 4 days a week. If I can do that on my days off, you know, a couple of days out of the week, 2-3 days out of the week, hell, I could even do it on my days off after I get off work if I wanted to, depending on the day, you know. Also, I've learned that I can drive up to another area that's a little bit busier, you know, like me and Kelsey did that night. Even though I don't think I'd really want to be driving in Norman that much, but it would make me more money, I know that. Even though Kelsey did really good the other night here in Purcell, she made $50 to $75 just for running orders around in Purcell a few hours. And then last night she messaged me and told me that she'd gotten a $20 tip. Somebody gave her a $20 tip. She didn't give me the details. She just messaged me and said, somebody just gave me a $20 tip. I messaged her back, that's awesome. And I haven't heard from her since. But she knows my days off, so we usually just talk on my days off. And, what is today? Today's Monday. The kids did not go back to school today. They go back to school tomorrow, the 6th. So, I guess they're probably at home trying to get everything, you know, situated and ready for the girls and Finian to go back to school tomorrow. But that's all that's going on with my life in the first 5 days of 2026. I'll probably come back on tonight, make another video. Then again, I might not. Just depends on how I feel. I work 4 to 10:30 tonight, so at least I don't have to be at work for another 3 hours. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyways, peace, love, hugs, nugs, all that good stuff. You know, if you got it, smoke it. Why not? If it wasn't for Mary Jane, I don't know where I'd be. Mary Jane's helped me out throughout the years. She keeps me calm, cool, and collected, because if I didn't have that, if I didn't have her, the candy you see would be a completely different candy. Trust that. I can let my emotions out pretty easy, and sometimes if they've been pent up for long enough, yeah, it's not pretty. Anyways, peace, love, hugs, nugs, and until the next time, I'm out.